It amazes me. Here's my last official slide. I got a few more unofficial. Giving back some of God's gifts, time, talent, and treasure. Watch this. We talked about what the one guy did. The other guys reached out. They invested. They didn't hide it. They invested. Remember this. Listen. There's a difference in sowing and burying. The first two sowed, the last one buried. There's a big difference. One produces, is productive. Sowing is productive. Burying is counterproductive. Sowing expects a revelation. Burying expects concealing. Finally, sowing propels harvest. Burying prevents harvest. So we can complain and tell everybody, well, it's their fault, they done this, they done that. If they hadn't done this, they done blah, 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 blah. If we can get past the excuses, get past the blame game, that's the very first thing. You know where fear originated? In the garden. The Bible says, Adam and Eve, they partook of that fruit, they listened. The first disobedience, they listened to Satan. The first deception, they listened to him. The first disobedience, they ate it. And then, I'm going to do this later on and talk about it, but I just want to throw it out here right now. It said they hid when they heard the Lord. They said, they heard the voice of the Lord walking in the garden. They heard the word. Wow. The word. The word walks, it talks, it speaks. It's Jesus. And so we heard it walking and we were afraid. And so they covered themselves, the first covering. And then here goes the blame game. Adam says, that woman you gave me. And the woman said, it's that snake that you allowed to be in here. Of course, the snake didn't have a leg to stand on. So here we go. The others reached out and invested. Watch this. Not fear, but faith. And when God, one of those four guys, when he let down the paraplegic down through the roof, said when he saw their faith, he said, he healed. So watch. When he saw their faith in God, and y'all say in God, and God, first he responded. They gained. They got 100% of their investment. And then they were rewarded eternally. From here on out. The stuff you're doing out here, you think it's not going to last. It might aggravate you because you're going to do something. Well, it don't matter in the long run if I do anything or not. Yeah, it does. It doesn't matter to God's work down here, but God's going to reward you eternally for what you do down here. Wow. So I had to run across this. This is in the newsletter this month. I ran across this Lord's Prayer. And I want to read it. And it kind of sounds kind of rough, but I don't mean it to be rough. Really, I don't. But it does sound kind of rough, so y'all get ready. These are the unofficial ones. Are you out on the official ones? Ready? The Lord's Prayer and Stewardship. I cannot say our if I happen to ruin my life for others and their needs. I cannot say Father if I do not demonstrate this relationship in my daily living. I cannot say who art thou in heaven, if my interests and pursuits are only earthly. I cannot say hallowed be thy name if I'm only called, who I'm called to bear his name and not holy. Thy kingdom come if I'm unwilling to give my own sovereignty up and accept the righteous reign of God. Thy will be done if I'm unwilling or resentful of having God's will in my life. On earth as it is in heaven, as I'm truly ready to give myself his service here and now. I'm sorry I got these small letter gods. I meant to have big letter, but I was writing down I-85. How many's ever wrote down I-85? While I'm typing? And honestly, most people think I-85 is the speed limit. Okay, I was doing this on the way back from Charlotte yesterday. On earth as is in heaven, unless I'm truly ready to give myself to His service here now. Give us this day our daily bread without expecting honest effort for it or by ignoring the genuine needs of others. I cannot say forgive us our trespasses. We forgive those who trespass against us if I continue to harbor a grudge against anyone. I cannot say lead us not into temptation if I deliberately choose to remain in a situation where I'm likely to be tempted. I cannot say deliver us from evil if I'm not prepared to fight in the spiritual realm with the ultimate weapon of prayer. I cannot say thine is the kingdom if I do not give the kind of disciplined obedience of a loyal subject. I cannot say thine is the power if I fear what my neighbors may say or do. I cannot say forever if I'm too anxious about each day's events. And I cannot say amen unless I can honestly say, cost what it may, this is my prayer. Wow. Time, talent, treasure. Embracing God's investment strategy. Somebody might say, well, if I had enough money, well, maybe God's not wanting you to use money. Maybe God's wanting you to use your back, your hand, your mouth. Well, if I had enough, if I was strong enough, maybe He wants your time to come and do something, to take somebody somewhere, to be with somebody. You know, it's so amazing to me that when we're in Charlotte, and it seems like everywhere I stopped, there was something to do. I stopped for myself to get a Starbucks, stopped for myself to do whatever, get gas, and everywhere I stopped, there was something to do. Later on that night, it was like 12 o'clock at night on Friday night, we were in Greensboro. Linda was hurting from that car wreck that she had a couple weeks ago, plus the fibromyalgia and that long trip, she just was hurting. And so I went to Walmart to help get her something, and the Walmart around the corner was closed, so I had to drive all the way across Greensboro to the Walmart. I get in there, and I'm thinking, Lord, I don't want to be here in this place. It looks kind of wild, like Dodge City. I was expecting to see Wild Earth come out. And all of a sudden, somebody come up walking to me and said, and here I went. I got my chance to minister. Went inside, got a chance to minister. Walked back into the hotel, got a chance to minister to my own wife because she was hurt. You see, God's watching. Some of y'all may have more free time than others. Some of y'all may have more treasure than others. Some of you may have more talent than others. But that's not an excuse for not using your time, your talent, your treasure. Think of it this way, and I'm closing. DC, get ready. BJ, get ready. Whoever else is going to play, y'all get ready. Think of it this way. As servants of Christ and stewards, I'm a servant of Christ, and I'm a steward of God's mystery. Wow. I'm a servant of Christ, and I'm a steward of God's mystery. Three people: those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder what happened. My challenge to you this week is to ask God, Lord, like I said, some of y'all got more free time than others. Some of y'all got more talent than others. Some of y'all got more treasure than others. Usually, if you've got more, the Bible says, to whom much is given, what?
Much is required.
Mm-hmm. So, some of you may have more in one area than others. God, show me how to invest it. There's a difference in investing and spending. I can go out and I can go to the fish house and I can buy a fish. That's spending. I can go to Walmart and invest that same money in a fishing rod and a license to go out and catch fish. When I spend it, that's it. There's no more money. But when I invest in that fishing rod and that license, I can get supper after supper after supper after supper. God, let me not spend it. Let me invest it. Everybody stand.